too hot to be inside.
We're joined now by head coach Gary Gait. Open it up for questions.
Okay, Gary, your favorite subject, Faceoffs. Just tell me, is it limiting you in any way right now? What kind of adjustments do you have to make, knowing that that's still a work in progress?
Well, you know what? I think the impressive thing is when you look at the numbers, what we've done considering the lack of possessions is we've operated an offense and a defense at a pretty high rate, and that we've made a ton of progress when you compare those numbers to last year. So I think that's all positive. The fact that we're executing offense and defense pretty well. The face-off is just, unfortunately, it's mostly one or two guys that control that, and it's not as much as a team stat as the other ones are. So we are working, we're doing our best, and these guys want to win. It's not from a lack of trying, it just they haven't been successful. So every week they take a new approach, that it's a new week, let's work in, dig in, and hopefully we have a good week into Face-Off X. So that's what we're all hoping for.
Coach, you guys have had a little bit of a pattern of slow starts so far. What are you trying to do to address that?
Well, we'll tweak, how we come out, what we do. We've tweaked it a couple times, and it's just, it seems different. We were having a bad second quarter for a while, and we were having good first quarters, and we were having a bad first quarter for a while, and then we've kind of remedied that. So it's really just, for me, and what I keep talking about is the team putting together 60 minutes. And that's something we really haven't done against a top-ranked opponent. And, the nice thing is every loss we've had this year has been against, in the coaches poll anyway, the top 10 teams. So it's not like we've been, having tough ones against the middle of the pack. It's been the best of the best, so definitely.
What would you say is the closest you've come this season putting together that 60-minute full performance?
I think, I look at like a game like Albany, I thought we played pretty well. But the thing is, they're not a top-ranked team. So, I don't know if anybody ever puts together a full 60, but at least they do enough to win. And we just haven't done enough yet. So our goal is to try and put 60 minutes together, and hopefully we get, 55 minutes of excellent lacrosse, and that's enough to be successful.
Gary, how do you feel about this Princeton series? Is it a team? I know the schedule can be difficult sometimes, but is it a team you want to see regularly on the schedule? Do you want to kind of keep that going?
We plan to play again next year for sure. We agreed to a home and home. So, we're trying to figure that out with the monster truck. It comes back every year, so it makes it difficult at times, but we're working on that now. And so, Princeton's a team that I thought they developed a great rivalry with Syracuse starting from '92 when Princeton beat Syracuse in the national championship final, and went on to win 6 national championships under Coach Tierney there. And, kind of we're going head to head with Syracuse during, our 22 Final Four. So, I think it's another good team to play. We have so many rivalries and great teams that we play that, it's hard to play them all. In this day and age, you've got to make adjustments. You got to try and create a schedule that gives you the best chance to make the tournament. So we're actually reevaluating the schedule now and trying to figure out what we can do adjustment-wise. And it's hard because sometimes teams are projected to be better than they are, and then they don't turn out to be, a top 20 team, and then you're okay. Well, now we got to find someone from 10 to 20 that we need to play. So that group's tough to tell.
Have you got a sense from the players? I talked to a few last week. They're actually kind of looking forward to being on the road a little bit and getting out there.
I think so. We play a lot of home games, and I think we're 9 this year, 6 away. And it is nice to get on the road, get rid of all the distractions. It's just the players on the bus and off we go, and we go down and play. So it'll be a nice little break, a chance to really come together, and hopefully we play well and start something special near the end of the season.
Coach, you have Notre Dame gets off to a hot start in the first. What halftime adjustments did you make defensively or to slow them down in the third and come off to a hot start?
You know, it was really, again, our focus was on execution, and I think, you know, that first quarter we weren't playing what we talked about. We weren't executing the game plan. And I think once we got them settled down and they actually executed, they did well. And we got a couple bounces, we got a non-releasable penalty, scored a couple goals. We did some things in that third quarter that helped the ball bounce our way, and then unfortunately we just couldn't keep it going. But they were, the second and third quarter I thought we played pretty well, so that it was just talk about execution and worry about what we're supposed to be doing and not the opponent, and it worked out pretty well for us for a bit.
Coach.
Then we just didn't have the ball in the fourth quarter. So,
Coach, what about this year's Princeton team stands out to you?
They're a team much like ourselves. I think they're 4-4 right now, and they're looking for some signature wins, and they need some wins against teams like us. So this is going to be a huge game for them. They're very good defensively, I think, and I think they're struggling a little bit at the Faceoff X, which hopefully gives us hope. And just a good, solid team that hasn't found the chemistry yet. So, hopefully we can find our chemistry and have a great game.
Coach, does Pat March have anything a little extra in this game, having come from Princeton a few years ago? Is that something you guys have talked about?
One of his best friends is the head coach at Princeton, and I certainly know Coach Manwani coached my son there, so, and Pat did as well. So I know the program a little bit, and he always wants bragging rights, with your friends. It's never fun when you have to congratulate them on their win, and you're the result of that. So I'm sure Pat's, he's definitely dialed in this week, and he's been watching lots of film, and he knows Princeton inside and out. So I'm sure he'll have a great game plan ready to go.
Great. Thank you,
Thanks,
Gary.
guys.
Coach.
Coach.
Appreciate it.